Sabbath peace.
Sabbath peace.
It's another opportunity for us to come together and hear and learn of the word of truth that's given to us by the Most High God. All honor goes to the Father through the Son, whose name is Yahushua. In him lies the only hope for salvation. We know that it is obtained by grace through faith, not of works, lest anyone should boast, and given freely as a gift to all who obey him. We understand that if you do not obey him, it is made manifest or made obvious that we do not believe. In this state, we should expect no good thing from the Most High. However, anything that we do get, whether it be a gift of tongues, a gift of prophecy, or any supernatural experience that we may have, it can and it will be used against us in the day of judgment. With that said, peace to the saints that are in the room, to the saints that couldn't make it, but no peace to the wicked. The only thing we say to them is repent, that they may live.
This itty bitty chair. Feel like I'm about to break it.
I wouldn't even say that. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got, come on, Dan. Sometimes you gotta let that thing ride.
Oh, we got jokes today.
The chair been the same size this whole time.
I
It's been 5 years. Chair been the same size. I don't know. But you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say nothing about it.
I'm a growing young man.
Yeah, that's right.
That's right, man. Hey, you know.
Check his hands, baby. His hands all right?
We can't all be itty bitty forever.
Hey,
Boys.
That's true.
hey, man. So far, so good.
Yeah, just so. You better be careful when the wind start blowing.
Man, I'm so hold you, man. Start going, grab you.
I'm gonna let you go. You know what I'm saying? Give a man an umbrella. That boy can fly.
I was like, gee, don't, hey, come on, man.
What's today?
The 5th. It's July 5th. Right after the great darn 4th. You know what I'm talking about? Darn 4th of darn July.
Fifth flow.
Lighting up fireworks. You know what I'm talking about?
Bro, they was going at it till like 12:30 a.m. I couldn't sleep.
I woke up.
Each other.
I woke up at 3. You know what I'm saying? Got dressed. Pulled out. You know what I'm saying? And still hearing them things. 3 o'clock in the morning. I mean, not back to back, but it's like every now and then, boom. I'm like, what in the world? That ain't ridiculous.
They ain't let me go to sleep.
Each other.
Yeah, I was on my way. I'm pulling up to the gym. I see one just pop out of the neighborhood like where we used to live. Whoosh, you know, all the lights. I'm like, it's like 4 o'clock in the morning. That ain't ridiculous.
They ain't got no sense.
Nah, ain't people ain't got no sense. Tasha woke me up. I didn't think I was gonna get back to sleep. My brother went right back to sleep. You know what I'm saying? I think no problem. I didn't think I was gonna get back to sleep. I was sitting there like, oh goodness, I'm about to be up all night. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't use that thing as an excuse to be mad at her. That thing ain't bothered me though.
I took a nap when I got home from work. That never happens. Things crazy too.
That's how it go.
Need that.
All right, where we gonna start? What we got? What you got for it, Daniel? While Daniel looking, baby, give me a number. What we got? 3. 3. Okay.
Go to Amos.
Amos. All right, well, let's just do it then. Amos. It's Amos chapter 3. What verse?
Amos.
Amos chapter 3. Don't look at it. You can't cheat. You know what I'm saying? You just got, you know what I'm saying? Like, what verse we going? Just give me something. You know what I'm saying? Throw something out. What verse we working with? This is Amos chapter 3, verse 5. Let's see what we talking about. It's Amos chapter 3, verse 5. I like that. Amos, we almost there. You know what I'm saying? We're going to start filling in the prop. I had to switch the side. I don't know if y'all can see it over here now. I had to switch the side on. You know what I'm saying? I figured we gonna,
So hard.
that thing was going to bother me if we started on that side and started going this way.
So hard.
You know what I'm saying? So we put it on this side.
Come
It's
here.
Amos chapter 3, verse 5. Let's see what the book says.
What?
Amos chapter 3, verse 5.
Can a bird fall in the snare upon the earth where no gin is for it?
Oh my goodness, he asked a good question here. He said, can a bird, right? You got a bird and it's flying around and it fall on the earth. He said, is that possible unless somebody set a trap for it? A jinn? Let's hear about it.
Shall one take up a snare from the earth and have taken nothing at all?
He said, okay, hold on. When I pick up my snare, am I picking it up with nothing in it? Right, if I got a trap and something walk over that track, it's going to clamp and kill it. And that's when I'm going to take it up. Otherwise, I'm going to leave it out there until it catch something. He said, shall one take up the snare and it be nothing in it? No, that don't make sense. Let's hear about it.
Shall a trumpet be blown in the city and the people not be afraid?
He said, hold on. When people blow the trumpet, what is that for? That's to alert somebody or something. Right? He said, will the people blow a trumpet in the city and nobody be afraid of it? See, what a lot of people will have us believe is that God is like this, like, you know what I'm saying, like nothing makes sense. Right? You know what I'm saying? Like when you're dealing with God, like you don't even try to understand it. It's just, you know what I'm saying, it's not logical. It's against conventional wisdom and all that, right? Right? When you look at the book, he's letting you know these are things that make absolute sense. Right? When you trap a bird, the thing gonna fall to the ground. It's gonna fall because you trapped it. He said when you got the jinn, that's what got the bird. Right? He said when you lay the snare in the ground, that bear come around, it's gonna snap on the bare foot. You got you a darn bear. That's when you pull up your snare. Who pulls up the snare before it traps anybody? Snare ain't bothering nobody. Leave it there. Right? The man said when they blow the trumpet in the city, that's to tell people, yo, war. It's time to go. Hide. It's to warn them. These are the things that make sense to us. This is plain logic. Now watch what the man say next.
Shall there be evil in the city and the Lord has not done it?
So hold on. If all this other stuff I just told you makes sense to you, if it makes sense that I put a jinn down and it causes the bird to fall into it and trap it. If it makes sense that I lay a snare down and it catch the lion in it or the tiger or whatever I want to catch his foot in that thing, he just gets stuck. If that makes sense, if it makes sense that I blow the trumpet and I warn the people, and we understand that by doing these things, we expect a certain reaction, right? Or when we see the result, we can look back and say, this is what must have happened, right? He said all these things make sense. So will it be evil in the city and it not come from the Most High God? He just trying to let you know it got to come from somewhere. If you see a bird stuck in a gin, that means somebody set the gin to catch the bird. So if you see evil and it's in the city, tell me about how the devil did it.
Shall there be evil in the city and the Lord has not done it? Jeremiah, kill and make alive.
That's book. There's no way around this stuff. Why are we sitting here blaming the devil? Why everybody scared to say evil came from God? You know why? Book do say God, it ain't no evil with God, right? Book say ain't no darkness around him. Right? But we read about how he operated, didn't we? What did we read? What do we remember? Because I remember it was a day that King Ahab, don't y'all remember King Ahab? Who was he with?
Joseph.
He is with Jehoshaphat. And then what happened? Because they wanted to go to war with a country, and before they went to war, Jehoshaphat asked him, he said, what he asked him?
Got a prophet of Yahuwah around here?
He said, do you got a prophet of Yahuwah? Right? And then when he asked that question, he was trying to figure out, let's see if we can hear the truth here. The Most High God, he gave him in the prophet. So a prophecy came out, a prophet came out, gave him the prophecy. And in that prophecy, what did he describe for the Most High God? Who remembers? Okay, that's good. Yeah, all the hosts. What else happened?
And he was asking him who was going to trick him to death.
Who was gonna make Ahab go up here and fight against this country and get himself killed? He asked the question, who gonna make him do it? Cause guess who can't do it?
God can't do it.
That'd be crazy if God tried to do it. I ain't gonna tell no lie now. That's crazy. Which one of y'all gonna do it for me? So when there's evil in the city, guess what? It's the devil. Guess who giving the order? If Trump go to war with Iran right now, Iran, right? If Trump go to war with Iran right now, and he win that war, knock them boys right on back, right? Who gonna get the credit for that? So who gonna go and be like Soldier Jameson? Yeah, Soldier Jameson. You know what I'm saying? He walked in there. You know what I'm saying? He started shooting some folks up. That's who won the war for it. That's how it's gonna play out on the news.
No.
Are they gonna look back and they gonna say Trump won the war? Who killed Osama bin Laden?
Azrael, go. No. Is he dead though? No.
Right? Who killed him? Because, I mean, I know it was like a SEAL Team 6 or something like that, but then
It was ISIS.
every time I see on the news, they say, Obama found Obama. I mean, Obama found Osama. Right? You look at it, that's who the man in charge get the credit. So why we take away God credit when he send the devil to do something?
Don't want to set the truth, man.
It don't make sense not to. When you know the man in control, you know who to petition, you know who to go after. What sense it make? I mean, you at a restaurant, right? And this waiter is being rude to you. What sense it make trying to convince the waiter, you know what I'm saying, to be nice? Right? Would you just please just take my order right and just be nice to me and do it out? What sense does that make? You know what? You are just being disrespectful. You need to get it together. What sense does that make? To tell that to the waiter? No, you know what makes more sense? Let me see your manager. I ain't talking to you no more. Is your manager? Can I speak to your manager? I'm trying to get something done. I'm not trying to obviously you got a problem. Obviously you don't like me. We not gonna get along. Okay, let me see. We ain't gonna get along with the devil. You know what devil mean? You know what Satan mean?
Accuser.
He's an adversary to us. He's against us. Right? I don't know. In the beginning, there was a curse put on the serpent, and he said it was going to be enmity between her seed and his seed. Enmity. What's enmity? You know how the kids say on sight? That's enmity. You know what I'm talking about? When I see you, it's on. It's always going to be an adversary to us. Right? So why am I going to waste my time? Knowing it's always going to be like that, why would I kill my time? You know what that means? I don't believe the book. If I'm sitting here rebuking the devil, I'm rebuking the devil, guess what that means? I can't believe the book. Because if I think that I'm going to stop, God's word says it's going to always be enmity between us. Right? And then I think I can rebuke you and stop that, guess what that means? I ain't believe what God just said.
Why?
We got to stop it. We got to get it together. Go with the book. We know who in charge. The man said there's evil in the city. What?
Has the Lord not done it?
So every mass darn shooting you see, right? Every time you see Hebrew, not Hebrew, don't matter how it play out. Black Wall Street, guess what it was? Lord did it. Right? 9/11, guess who did that? Lord did it. Right? All them white folk got killed in what was it, San Diego? Guess who did that?
Who that?
Like last year, year before last, maybe.
Which one was that? Was that the game?
The Route 59 shooting, or 51.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Lord did it. The Indian or Arab person that ran up in Yahoo or Google, ran up in YouTube, shot all them people up. Lord did it.
I don't remember that one.
Right? All these things that been happening, guess who did it? Philandro, what's his name? Philandro Castillo?
Mm-hmm.
What was his name? Castro?
Orlando Castillo.
Right? Lord did it. Let me tell you about these police. They just showed me a video. Embarrassing too. Showed me a video. I posted on my page. I don't know if y'all saw it. They showed me a video. These police officer, it was a man. He wanted the police to kill him. You know what I'm saying? So he got a knife in his hand. And he walking towards the cops. And the cops was like, with all the compassion in the world, like not wanting to kill him. You know what I'm saying? He just running into him. He's like, kill me. Kill me. And you know, they showing just excellent compassion to him. And just don't want to do it. You know what I'm saying? So he run into one of them. Do you know these people like walked backwards for like a mile trying not to shoot this man. Then he ran up on one of them. He got scared and he started shooting him. You know what I'm saying? But you could tell he didn't shoot him nowhere that was like life threatening. So he, he had sense enough not to kill the man. Then the man rolled on the ground, got back up. So he dropped his knife, got back up. And the weirdo cop, I ain't gonna call him dumb, but the weirdo cop let this man that just got shot multiple times put him in a headlock.
Wow.
Then the other cop had to go ahead and kill him.
That's crazy.
But guess who did it? Lord did it. Right? But that thing is ridiculous. That thing is embarrassing. You just shot this man up. You put like 5 bullets in this man. Maybe not that many, but you put at least 2 of them things in him. Right? And you mean to tell me you can't stop this man from putting you in a headlock? That's nuts. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a different. He let the man run up on him. He watching him run up on him. He got his hand on his hip like this. After, it's the same shot that just plugged him. He got his hand on his hip like this, just not wanting to kill the man. And the man come right up on him. He running backwards, and somehow the man just get him just like this. Bloody, limping, just like that. I'm like, man, and the zombie apocalypse, y'all but done. All this Walking Dead stuff y'all showing on TV, y'all but done. No way in the world. I'd have gave the man my back before I let that down. I'd been like, no, we good. You know what I'm saying? I'd have ran from him before I let that happen. You know what I'm saying? He'd have been, had I been that white man, he'd have been black to me. You know what I'm saying? As soon as you walked up, blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? I fear for my life. You know what I'm talking about? Like, that boy would have been blood. How you gonna? And they that whole thing on camera, you know how embarrassing that thing gotta be? I mean, you look at them cops, it's like, y'all not fit to handle this stuff, but that's the problem. They put a lot of these people in here, they ain't fit for this stuff. They just putting police officers out there, ain't giving them proper training. They ain't helping their minds. Them boys are scared. All of them are scared. Y'all hear about the cop, what they did to the cop at the October 1st or 31st?
The first.
October 1st.
Oh.
The country thing?
Yeah, October 1st.
Yeah, but they fired the cop. It's a cop that said, you know what I'm saying, like, he was like, man, I was in the hallway, I heard them gunshots going off. He's in the hallway right where the shooter was. You know what I'm saying? He said, man, I heard them gunshots going off. He was like, man, I froze. I ain't gonna lie to you. He's like, I froze. You know what I'm saying? I got scared and I froze.
That's a natural reaction.
You know what they said? Fire. Fired that boy. But we had about almost a year later. Yeah. Fired. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, almost 2 years.
Yeah, almost 2 years.
So I looked at that. I was like, that don't make no sense to me. Because, I mean, if you get scared and kill a black man, you get paid vacation. If you get scared for your life and let a whole lot of
life-threatening situation.
actual,
Yeah.
a couple white people get killed, you lose your darn job. I mean, man could have blew your darn noggin off. Black man don't got a gun, don't have anything to do anything to you. Your butt get paid vacation. You get rewarded for that thing, right? But this man got a whole arsenal in his room, kicked down the darn window, letting off everything before, and got another gun, they say, pointed toward the hallway, just in case anybody think they want to run up. You darn right he feared for his darn life. You darn right he darn froze. That was a smart move. There ain't no military. What you talking about? This is a regular beat cop. You know what I'm saying? What you want me to do? I hear this man letting off of something like, I'm supposed to walk in there with this? Oh, no, let me tell you something. I'd have been froze too, like.
He said, here,
Yeah,
back up.
I've been sitting
Send
up
the
against.
National Guard.
Yeah.
Send the National
Goodness,
Guard.
great, like, are y'all nuts? Fired the man. I said, man, this a cold world here. This a cold world. I complain too. If I was him, I'd be like, these people are shooting Negroes every day. You know what I'm saying? What do you mean? That thing is crazy. That make me mad when I look at the hypocrisy of this world. But I ain't got nothing to do with it. Lord did it though. Right? Where we leave off last week? What we talking about? Let me try to shoot through this. These boys still letting these things go, right?
GU got rid of Ahab's remnant.
Right, so didn't GU get rid of them?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. He went through, you know what I'm saying, cleaned up town, just like the Most High God said he would. How he get rid of the bulk of the people though? He tricked them, didn't he? Right? What's that remind us of?
What?
Get tricked like that.
Subtlety.
Yeah, I mean, you know what I'm saying? You did like, he said, everybody who gonna make a sacrifice to Baal. Oh, you thought Ahab celebrated Baal? Oh man, I'm the Baal of celebrating Baal. You know what I'm talking about? I mean, we about to Baal out. You know what I'm talking about? He said, oh, everybody come. Then he got them all together and he looked around. He said, make sure it ain't who in there.
The prophets of Yahuwah.
He said, anybody that serve Yah, get their butt out of there. He said, I don't want to see him. Only our Baal worshipers. Got them all in there. He said, lock up the doors. Anybody let him pass, it's your life for this. Kill him, boy. Knocked all of them off. Right? It's a trick. That's the same thing that guess who is going to do.
Yahushua.
No, not Yahushua. Right? The devil. In the end. When you hear about the beast and Revelation and all that, what you think all that's about? Get the mark of the beast and all that? Yeah, I want everybody who serve, you know what I'm saying, the mark. Everybody who serve the beast. Get you all in one place. Make it easy for them. Then when Yahushua come, guess what he just gonna do? Oh, okay, I just gotta swing this sword right here. I mean, Yahushua ain't got no time to be running across the world, going coast to coast, trying to get it. That thing don't make no sense. Book tell you what route he going. Right? We ain't gotta get it. We can go, what is it, 53?
Isaiah 50.
No, it ain't 53. It's 56 maybe. Right? That thing very clear. He say, he coming from where?
Basra.
He coming right out of Edom. Right? You come Edom is south of our land. You got to come around. It's just like the same route that we came when we went into the land. You got to come around and go up. That's a short.
So you going up through Basra.
Yeah. Then he going to go into Israel because then we look over in Zechariah and it say his feet going to land on the Mount of Olives. Right? So that means he came from Basra, came up around, went to the Mount of Olives, and his feet landed there. And that's where he stopped. That's a short run. That short run, he ain't doing a whole bunch of, he ain't going all the way to California, coming back to Israel, chasing people down. Anybody got time for that stuff? Guess where all the people going to be? Guess what the book say where all the people going to be?
What is it, where the corpses, the eagles are?
That too. But then the book says it's going to be the war of Arma what?
Get over what Jehoshaphat made his big old ditch.
All the people going to be mad at something. And they going to be so mad. I don't know what they could be mad at. They going to be so mad that they come all the way to Israel to fight. I mean, let's just see if we can make sense of some of this stuff. Because I remember in Egypt, Pharaoh said we could go. And then when we actually left, he got really, really mad. And then what happened next?
He wanted to go get him.
With who?
His army.
The whole army came after us? And then the sea opened up and we walked into it. And what happened to Pharaoh and his army?
The sea closed up. Man.
You think Most High God was going to go searching around all of Egypt trying to find all these boys? I ain't got time for that. So y'all come out here and chase us. Yeah, come on. All right, boom. Same thing going to happen. He's going to make a big world war. And it's going to be right in Europe. It's going to be right in Israel. Right? All the world going to come to this one place. And the Most High going to say, perfect. Come right up with Basra. Oh, y'all already here. Just start chopping folks up. The book says his butt going to be bloody. It's going to look like he dipped in the darn wine press. You know what the wine press is, right? You know what I'm saying? You get in, you know what I'm saying? White folk, you know what I'm saying? Nowadays they get in there with no shoes. They stinky darn toes, get in there with no shoes. You stomp it down on top of the thing, making their wine. You know what I'm saying? There's some wine down there. So one of my coworkers, you know what I'm saying? Her mom make wine. You know what I'm saying? And at first I was happy about that thing. I was like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Next Passover, I'm drinking that thing. I started thinking about the thing. I was like, oh. You know what I'm saying? Because I just picture whenever white folk make wine, they toes all out. You know, they don't wear shoes anyway. You know what I'm saying? They toes all out and they just stomping on top of it and everything. So I'm like, yeah,
They probably wash their feet before they do it.
they might wash their feet. You know what I'm saying? They might wash. I'm gonna drink it. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna drink it. You never know though. You know what I'm saying? First time, you know what I'm saying? You get something. You know what I'm saying? You know how you drink something. And it's like, You know what I'm saying? You feel like a little, you know what I'm saying? Like something hard. You know what I'm saying? First time, be like, wow, that's definitely a toenail.
All wise
You
man.
know what I'm saying? That's definitely a toenail. With no shoes?
All wise?
Yeah, give me some sterilized boots or
They probably
something.
got.
Nowadays, you better have a darn machine. Just press a darn
They
button.
probably got machines
Don't
now.
be in there on your darn feet, you nasty butt. Goodness gracious. But that's how you look at it, right?
Annoying making wine.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? That's a workout though. You know what I'm saying? You gotta think about it. You know what I'm saying? Back then, you know what I'm saying? We ain't had 24-hour fitness and EOS. You know what I'm saying? So you know people probably got it in. You know what I'm saying? I think probably the thing is trying to. I gotta stay fit. Go ahead and make 2 more jugs of wine then.
Let me chop up this lamb.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead and get the lamb up.
I'm gonna hunt this
Get
lion.
the tree, you know what I'm saying? Break up this wood, you know what I'm saying? Kindle the fire, you know what I'm saying? All that stuff. That was all our workout. We was the hard working people. You know what I'm saying? These people made us lazy. We was hard working when we got here too. You know what I'm saying? We come ready for all that labor they put us on, you know what I'm saying? That's when we appear lazy. But we still got it in us. Right? That's why we so good at everything we do, we put our heads to. Alright, let's see what we got. Let's pick up in I don't know what I want. Where we leave off last week?
2 Kings 10. The end of chapter 10.
The end of 10. Let me see what I want. Let's pick up at the beginning of 11 then. It's 2 Kings chapter 11 verse 1. Might as well just keep going. It's 2 Kings chapter 11 verse 1.
And when Athaliah, the mother of Ahaziah, saw that her son was dead, she arose and destroyed all the seed royal.
Mm-hmm.
But Jehosheba, the daughter of King Joram, sister of Ahaziah, took Joash, the son of Ahaziah, and installed him from among the king's sons which were slain.
Alright, so we're talking about over here, Ahaziah. Alright? So Ahaziah died. So then his mom, Athaliah, which happens to be who? The daughter of who?
What?
Athaliah was Ahaziah's mom.
Daughter of Jezebel.
Right? So that was the daughter of Jezebel. That's Ahab's daughter. Right? So she married over here. She crossed, you know what I'm saying? She crossed and married over here. Then when Ahaziah died, she was like, oh, alright. Well, in that case, let me kill all the sons. So she started killing all the sons of Ahaziah. All her grandchildren. Right? Because what she wanted to make sure is that, well, let's see.
And they hid him, even him, his nurse.
Who they hired? What's his name?
What's his name?
Start, go back one for me.
But Jehosheba, the daughter of King Joram, sister of Ahaziah, took Joash, the son of Ahaziah.
So they took Joash, son of Ahaziah. So one of his sons, Jehosheba, took him. Right? She stole him away. What else happened?
And they hid him, even him and his nurse, in the bedchamber from Athaliah, so that he was not slain.
Mm-hmm.
And he was with her, hid in the house of the Lord 6 years. And Athaliah did reign over the land.
So she hid him in the temple. All right? And stayed in the temple with the man, or with the boy 6 years. All right? So he's 6 years old at this point. Keep going.
In the 7th year, Jehoiada sent and fed the
Hold on.
rulers.
Go back. 'Cause I think we missed something.
And he was with her, hid in the house of the Lord 6 years. And Athaliah did reign over the land.
So after who?
Athaliah.
Athaliah reigned over. That's a woman. All right? So Athaliah then became queen. That was the first queen of Israel.
No.
I mean, first queen of Judah. But she was actually from Israel. All right? So she took over. All right? Keep going.
In the 7th year, Jehoiada sent and fed the rulers over hundreds, with the captains and the guard, and brought them to him into the house of the Lord, and made a covenant with them, and took an oath of them in the house of the Lord, and showed them the king's son. I'm starting to think all these people that be making these movies just be ripping off our stories.
Oh, yeah.
Then he commanded them, saying, This is the thing that ye shall do. A third part of you that enter in on the Sabbath shall be keepers of the watch of the king's house.
Mm-hmm.
And the third part shall be at the gate of Sur, and the third part at the gate behind the guard. So
they
shall you
protecting
keep the
them.
watch of the house, that it be not broken down.
All right, so they protecting the young man. All right, they trying to make sure they looking at it, they know this stuff wrong. They looking at it like, man, this is Judah. First, we got a lady there from Israel. We got the son of Ahab, that's from Israel, and she found a way to take over our kingdom. All right, like that thing is supposed to happen over here. That's crazy. All right, so she said, no, we need to fix this. So they like, okay, let's protect Joab, because we know that he's the one who actually should be the king. He too young. I get it. So let's protect him. All right, so let's hear about it.
And two parts of all you that go forth on the Sabbath, even they shall keep the watch of the house of the Lord about the king.
Mm-hmm.
And ye shall compass the king round about, every man with his weapons in his hand. And he that comes within the ranges, let him be slain. And be ye with the king as he goes out and as he comes in.
Mm-hmm.
And the captains over hundreds, and according to all things that Jehoiada the priest commanded, and they took every man his men that were to come into the Sabbath, with them that should go out on the Sabbath, and came to Jehoiada the priest.
Mm-hmm.
And to the captains over hundreds and the priests gave King David spears and shields that were in the temple of the Lord.
Mm-hmm.
And the guard stood, every man with his weapons in his hand, round about the king, from the right corner of the temple to the left corner of the temple, along by the altar and the temple.
We good there. Jump over to 2 Chronicles 24. Jump on down to about verse 17.
The Second Chronicles.
2 Chronicles chapter 24. It's 2 Chronicles chapter 24. Give me about verse 17. All right, so Athaliah ends up dying, right? They kill her. But we're going to shoot forward. We're talking a little bit about Joab.
Now after the death of Jehoiada came the princes of Judah, and made obeisance to the king. Then the king hearkened unto them. And they left the house of the Lord God of their fathers, and served groves and idols. And wrath came upon Judah and Jerusalem for their trespass.
Mm-hmm.
Yet he sent prophets to them to bring them again to the Lord, and they testified against them, but they would not give ear. And the Spirit of God came upon Zechariah the son of Jehoiada the priest, which stood above the people, and said unto them, Thus says God.
This second
Chronicles 24.
2 Chronicles 24?
Yeah. Talk about the same thing, same story.
Keep going.
Why transgress ye the commandments of the Lord, that ye cannot prosper? Because you have forsaken the Lord, he has forsaken you. And they conspired against him, and stoned him with stones at the commandment of the king in the court of the house of the Lord. Then Joash the king remembered not the kindness which Jehoiada his father had done to him, but slew his son. And when he died, he said, The Lord look upon it and require. And it came to pass at the end of the year that the host of Syria came up against him, and they came to Judah and Jerusalem, and destroyed all the princes of the people from among the people, and sent all the spoil of them unto the king of Damascus. For the army of the Syrians came with a small company of men, and the Lord delivered a very great host into their hand, because they had forsaken the Lord their God and their fathers. So they executed judgment against Joash. And when they were departed from him, for they left him in the great diseases, his own servant conspired against him for the blood of the sons of Jehoiada the priest, and slew him on his bed, and he died. And they buried him in the city of David, but they buried him not in the sepulchres of the kings. And these are they that conspired against him: Zabad, the son of Shemith, and Ammonitis, and Jehozabad, the son of Shemreith, a Moabitess. Now concerning his sons and the greatness of the burdens laid upon him, and the repairing of the house of God, behold, they are written in the story of the book of the kings, and Amaziah his son reigned in his stead.
All right, so now you get Amaziah. All right, let's jump over. Give me 2 Kings 14. I'm trying to figure out what I want here. 2 Kings chapter 14. We'll come back to Amaziah. 2 Kings chapter 14. Give me verse 15. 2 Kings chapter 14, verse 15.
Now the rest of the acts of Joash, which he did, and his might, and how he fought with Amaziah, king of Judah, are they not written in the book of the Chronicles of the kings of Israel? And Jehoash slept with his fathers and was buried in Samaria with the kings of Israel. And Jeroboam his son reigned in his stead.
There we go. So there's two Joash. There's one Joash here. So you notice, once you get to this point, the names start being the same. Right? You got Ahaziah right here, Ahaziah right there. You got Joram right there, Joram right there. You got Athaliah was a woman, but then you got Joash right here, and then you got Joash that's coming right here. Right?
Then you get confusing as you read.
Right? The reason why that happens is because, remember, you had Ahab had a daughter, Athaliah. Athaliah, and starting right here with Joram, they started to mix. Remember, Joram, he went over here with Ahaziah, and he got caught up when Jehu found him. So once they started to mix, they started to kind of emulate. Their family started to mix, so they used the same name. People have the same name. So you'll see that start to die out after all these people get killed, right? So Joash comes, and then you have Jeroboam.
Ain't
Right.
that the third?
Just a second.
It was another one before him too.
I don't think so.
I think.
I don't remember. I mean, it's probably another one, but the only one I remember that's king. It's only two that's king.
I thought this was the third one.
So you have Jeroboam, who come into the picture here. All right. So let's hear what happened now.
And Amaziah the son of Joash, king of Judah, lived after the death of Joash, son of Jehoahaz, king of Israel, 15 years. And the rest of the acts of Amaziah, are they not written in the book of the Chronicles of the kings of Judah? Now they made a conspiracy against him in Jerusalem, and he fled to Lachish. But they sent after him to Lachish and slew him there. And they brought him on horses, and he was buried at Jerusalem with his fathers in the city of David.
Watch this.
And the people of Judah took Azariah, which was 16 years old, and made him king instead of his father Amaziah. He built Elath. He restored it to Judah after the king slept with his fathers. In the 15th year of Amaziah, the son of Joash, king of Judah, Jeroboam, the son of Joash, king of Israel, began to reign in Samaria and reigned 41 years. And he did that which was evil in the sight of the Lord. He departed not from the sins of Jeroboam, the son of Nebat, who made Israel to sin. He restored the coast of Israel from entering to Hamath unto the sea of the plain, according to the word of the Lord God of Israel, which he spake by the hand of his servant Jonah, the son of Amittai, the prophet, which was of Gath-hepher.
So, look who we mentioned. All right? Most High God was speaking to the people, and he did it by the mouth of who?
Jonah.
The son of who?
Amittai.
And what else?
Amittai, the prophet, which was of Gath-hepher. For the Lord saw the affliction of Israel.
So you had the prophet Jonah at this time. Right? So let's start throwing our prophets in here. The prophets that's in the book. We had a lot of prophets before that. But the prophets that got their own books in the Bible, let's throw him in here, right? So you got Jonah, right? Let's hear about Jonah. This is Jonah chapter 1. Let's hear about some of the stuff Jonah did. You know what I'm saying? Our point, we try to go through this thing chronologically. We want to understand our history, understand the time periods. Let's see what Jonah was talking about. This is Jonah chapter 1, verse 1. See what the book says. How many of us knew that Jonah came first? All right, we didn't know out of all the books, all the prophet books in the Bible, that's the first one.
I would have guessed Hosea.
All right, you look at Hosea, you know what I'm saying? Hosea, but based off the stuff he talked about, it seemed like Hosea came first. All right, don't worry, Hosea coming up too.
Now the word of the Lord came unto Jonah, the son of Amittai.
Pay attention to the time. You'll see after these prophets start popping up left and right, you'll see something about to happen. All right? Ain't gonna be no different for us. Been some quiet time. Once we start seeing these prophets popping up, oh yeah, something about to happen. All right? Real God ain't playing.
A real prophet.
Yeah, I ain't talking about no. I ain't talking about the prayer.
Not the prophet of your church.
I ain't talking about touch this cloth and you'll be healed. You know what I'm saying? I ain't talking about these boys. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about the real prophets. I'm talking about death and pestilence and destruction. Let's hear about it.
Now the word of the Lord came unto Jonah the son of Amittai, saying, Arise, go to Nineveh, that great city.
The son of who?
Nineveh, son of Amittai.
Ain't that the same one?
Same one.
Right? So if you look at it, you know what I'm saying? I don't want nobody to think we playing no voodoo. That's our time period. Some people ask, well, when did Jonah, you know what I'm saying? What time period the book of Jonah? Or tell you, pay attention in the book. The man said, Jonah, the son of Amittai, he was telling these folks, he was like, listen, you know what I'm saying? He's a servant of the Lord. He is a prophet. He's telling these folks, listen, you know what I'm saying? He spoke this, the Most High God spoke to him by the mouth of Jonah. All right, well, let's see what else the Most High God said by the mouth of Jonah.
Arise, go to Nineveh, that great city, and cry against it, for their wickedness has come up before me.
So you have to look at it. Jonah's used to talking to his people. Most High God said, go talk to Nineveh for me. Right? Jonah already know how this works. He used to talking to our people. He had said a word to our people. What did our people do after he said a word to them?
No, listen.
Well, that too. But a lot of our people will repent. And the Most High God would give them a chance, wouldn't he? So he already knew how this stuff play out. Right? Watch Jonah.
But Jonah rose up to flee unto Tarshish from the presence of the Lord, and went down to Joppa.
Mm-hmm.
And he found a ship going to Tarshish.
Mm-hmm.
So he paid the fare thereof, and went down into it,
Mm-hmm.
to go with them unto Tarshish from the presence of the Lord.
Mm-hmm.
But the Lord sent out a great wind into the sea, and there was a mighty tempest in the sea, so that the ship was like to be broken.
Mm-hmm.
Then the mariners were afraid, and cried every man unto his God, and cast forth the wares that were in the ship into the sea to lighten it of them.
Watch it.
But Jonah was gone down into the sides of the ship,
Look.
and he lay and was fast asleep.
Look. See, look. Jonah was down. He is in the sides of the sea. He is in the bottom. And he lay and he was fast asleep. All this commotion going on. Whole boat shaking and thunder, lightning. You know what I'm saying? The book say tempest. That's a strong wind turning that thing around. That boy down at the bottom knocked out. Let's hear about it.
So the shipmaster came to him and said unto him, What meanest thou, O sleeper?
Right? He said, what means that? In other words, again, sometimes you just got to put that thing in plain English. What's wrong with you, boy? Why are you sleeping? Right? He said, what meanest thou, old sleeper? What else?
Arise, call upon your God, if so be that God will think upon us, that we perish not.
The rest of us is sitting here praying to our gods. You the only one that ain't prayed to your God. He said, wake your butt up and pray to your God, and maybe we can get out of this. Right? Let's hear about it.
And they said, every one to his fellow, Come, let us cast lots, that we may know for whose cause this evil is upon us.
Mm-hmm.
So they cast lots, and the lot fell upon Jonah.
They cast lots, and that thing fell on Jonah. That thing, all indications pointed to Jonah, like you the problem. What happened next?
Then said they unto him, Tell us, we pray thee, for whose cause this evil is upon us.
Right?
What is your occupation?
Look how calm Jonah is. Right? Jonah walking in that boat, he's like, yeah, man, go ahead and take me to Tarshish, man. I'm trying, you know what I mean? I just got to get out of Dodge real quick. Most I got like, nah, I got somewhere I want you to be. He's like, man, I ain't trying to hear all that. You know what I'm saying? Jump inside the thing. Then the whole thing just starts shaking, everything going wrong. Wind blowing, about to tip the boat over. Everybody think they about to die. Jonah darn sleep. Right? His butt down there asleep. Remind us of somebody, don't it? Who remind us of? Yahushua. Right? Grab for me, what I want, Mark 4? Or is it Luke 4? It can't be Luke 4, it gotta be Mark 4. It's Mark chapter 4, give me verse 35. In Mark chapter 4, verse 35. Let me try to shoot through this real quick and just kind of look at what the book says. Whole book got to testify on. When we looking at it, we think we reading about Jonah. We ain't reading about Jonah. I'm about to show y'all what y'all reading about. Whole book testifies, man. That's an M. Say it. Good job.
And the same day when the even was come, he said unto them, Let us pass over unto the other side.
He said, let us pass over to the other side. Yahushua talking. Watch this.
And when they had sent away the multitude, they took him even as he was in the ship. And there was also with him other little ships.
Uh-huh.
And there arose a great storm of the wind, and the waves beat into the ship, so that it was now full.
Right?
And he was in the hinder part of the ship, asleep on a pillow.
Look, he was at the hinder part of the ship, asleep on a pillow. The man had a darn, it's a big storm on the outside. The man got himself a darn pillow and went to sleep.
And they awake him and said unto him, Master, carest thou not that we perish?
What meanest thou, old sleeper? Look how they talking to Jonah. Yahushua. They said, don't you care that we perish? Let's hear about it.
And he arose and rebuked the wind and said unto the sea, Peace, be still. And the wind ceased, and there was a great calm. And he said unto them,
Jonah couldn't do that part.
Why are ye so fearful? How is it that you have no faith? And they feared exceedingly and said one to another, What manner of man is this, that even the wind and the sea obey him?
Even the wind and the sea got to obey the man. You see what you do when you obey God? Jonah was trying to get out of Dodge. He didn't have no control over the wind. Right? Yahushua had to come through, although he testifies to me. I gotta one. Everybody who testifies Yahushua, he always one up. He gotta one up. He can't just sit. Because otherwise you'll be confused. You'll be like, well, maybe Jonah was Jesus. You know these white folks be walking around. See, actually, Jonah was the true Jesus. Thinking they got something. Thinking they done figured something out. They always do that type of stuff, right? Well, I was reading on the blog one of these days. It boy said, well, Joseph was actually Jesus.
Like the son of Jacob?
Yeah. He's like, he's actually Jesus. You know what I'm saying? I look at it because these people, because they see how things correlate. They see how it testify of. They just get it all back because ain't nobody taught them nothing. So I'm looking at it like, that's a darn shame because he pulled out some good stuff. He is lining that thing up. Let me show you. See, this is happening, this, that, another. This is the real Jesus. I was like, well, you lined this thing up good, boy. If you only knew how good you lined it up. You know what I'm saying? But you just got it backwards. All that's testifying of the man. He's like, see, the New Testament copied off of that. I was like, oh, goodness gracious. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I gotta give it to him. That's the closest a Christian ever got to.
I was impressed. I was disappointed but impressed.
Yeah.
I was like, well, you
It's
right
like you
there.
just missing like just this itty bitty piece of information.
You know what I'm saying? I haven't seen this much faith in all of Israel. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I just look like, man, you right there.
That's close. That's an honest mistake.
He looked, because you could tell the man was studying. But I just couldn't convince him otherwise. You know what I'm saying? I was like, oh, no. You know what I'm saying? Who knows? You know what I'm saying? Maybe it hit him one day because he had the information. You know how Paul was. Paul had the information. Right? He had all the information. But that thing just a one little piece didn't click. Like, no, you not the Messiah. As soon as the man popped up to him and was like, why dost thou persecute? What did he say? Thou kicketh against the gold. Right? And he asked him, why are you persecuting me? Right? Why persecutest thou me? That's what he said. Right? After that, he is like, oh, so you are the Messiah, so that means Isaiah 53 is talking about you. So that means that Moses was talking about. So that means you are the prophet. So all that thing just start falling together. That one piece, you just look at that, everything else just start falling together. You start looking at it like, a whole book talking about you. Whole darn book talking about you. As long as you don't see that one piece, you just trying to put something together. Yeah. That thing falling into play, it's just like, oh, that easy. Paul had all the information. He had the whole book. He just misunderstood this one piece, which made him misunderstand the whole book. That thing come together for him, he out there. He whipped that thing. He ain't go, book say he didn't consult, no, we ain't gotta grab it. Book say he didn't consult with Peter. He didn't consult with James. He didn't consult with John. And the book say they were the pillars. They were the ones running the show. He said he didn't consult with none of them boys. He took a couple years off. That boy came back preaching that darn word. Matter of fact, he didn't take no time off. He got right to preaching it. You know what I'm saying? Then he took some time off, came back, kept preaching that darn word.
What did you try to show him?
What?
The guy you was talking to?
I can't remember. I can't remember. I don't know. I was just showing him. I was trying to reverse it. So I was taking the same stuff that he was looking at, and then I was showing him, you know what I'm saying, where the book says it speaks in similitudes, in Hosea. And I can't remember everything I showed him. I showed him where Yahushua said that the whole book testified him. You know what I'm saying, the volumes of the book. I was showing him that type of stuff, and then trying to reverse what he was showing. Like, okay, yes, you're right about that, but flip that scripture on top of this one and look at it that way. You know what I'm saying? Trying to, like, you're going the wrong direction. You know what I'm saying? Then I start showing them like other things that parallel just like that throughout the book.
Reading the map perfectly well, but it's upside down.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You
Turn
just
it
going
around.
like, nah, that's actually north. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? You want to be going south. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's how easy it is to make a mistake with all this stuff. And you'll be fully convinced about your mistake. It's the problem. What else we got? Keep going.
That was the end of the chapter.
Oh, wait, that Mark, go back to Jonah. My fault. Where we leave off?
Jonah chapter 1 verse 7.
It's Jonah chapter 1, verse 7.
And they said everyone to his fellow, come and let us cast lots, that we may know for whose cause this evil is upon us. So they cast lots, and the lot fell on Jonah. Then they said unto him, tell us, we pray thee, for whose cause this evil is upon us.
Uh-huh.
What is your occupation? And whence comest thou? What is your country?
All right, so they asked him all these questions. First of all, well, where you from? What do you do for a living? Where you coming from? Like, what's going on?
And
Right?
And what people are you?
Right? You a Hebrew. Let's hear about it.
And he said unto them, I am a Hebrew, and I fear Yahuwah, the God of heaven,
Uh-huh.
which has made the sea and the dry land.
Mm-hmm.
Then were the men exceedingly afraid and said unto him, why have you done this? For the men knew that he fled from the presence of Yahuwah, because he had told them.
Mm-hmm.
Then they said unto him, what shall we do unto you? The sea may be calm, that the sea may be calm unto us.
Uh-huh.
For the sea wrought as was temperate. The sea wrought and was tempestuous.
Mhm.
Sorry. And he said unto them, take me up and cast me forth into the sea. So shall the sea be calm unto you. For I know that for my sake this great tempest is upon you. Nevertheless, the men rowed hard to bring it into the land.
All right,
but
so
could
they're sitting there, "Ugh, come on, I mean, I don't want to throw this man over. Because, I mean, you look at it like, okay, if I throw him over, technically we guilty of what? Murder. Right? So if I throw him over, you know what I'm saying, I done messed up.
Right. He's like, man, I don't want to.
We know his God. It ain't like they don't know his God. Oh, you serve Yah? We know the man say thou shalt not kill. Right? So it ain't like, they looking like, man, this is a setup. Like, if I throw him over, we gonna be guilty of murder. So they're like, no, we ain't gonna do that. Let's just try to get to, yeah. So books say they roll hard. They're trying to let, man, let's just get back to land, right? Let's see what happened. Let's see how far
But
they
they
go.
could not, for the sea wrought and was tempestuous against them.
Every time they roll, book just turn. I mean, the Most High God just turn their butt right on around. Like, nah, you good. You know what I'm saying? Nah, you good. Turn their butt, they ain't getting nowhere.
Yeah, when them waves come, it's like you're not going nowhere.
Nah, you not. But we was on that jet ski. You know what I'm saying? That thing. Them days, baby, you remember them? You remember when we was on a jet ski and the waves started coming real big for a little bit? You know what I'm saying? That's when that thing first started getting wobbly for us. So we sitting there and we trying to go, and we don't want to go too fast, cause like when you go too fast, then you gotta slow down. You slow down, then it feel wobbly again. You know what I'm saying? So we was like going, and then we fell off, and then she got on, and she can't drive worth a darn. So she got on before me. She was like, ooh. Then the waves start hitting real hard and all that. She was like, babe, you gotta take over. Cause that thing ain't going, you think you going somewhere and you not. We looking around, we like, we in the same darn spot. You know what I'm saying? And that thing, you rev that thing all the way up, you ain't going nowhere. That thing going like that, you just sitting there. You know what I'm saying? Cause the waves is hitting you and that thing can't catch nothing. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I did. Them boys, yeah. Most I got just turn your butt around. You ain't doing nothing, boy. Them boys just rowing in the darn circle. All right, let's see.
Wherefore they cried unto the Lord and said, we beseech thee, O Lord, we beseech thee, let us not perish for this man's life, and lay not upon us innocent blood.
You see how they said, oh, we about to kill him. But listen, Lord, just give us a break. Don't charge us with innocent blood. Obviously, you want us to kill him. Don't charge us with no innocent blood now, right? So they praying to the Most High God now. You see how Most High God work? They started off praying to who?
Oh, they own God.
And now they praying to the Most High God. Like, listen, we know you for real now, right? Let's see.
For you, O Lord, has done as it pleased you.
Uh-huh.
So they took up Jonah and cast him forth into the sea, and the sea ceased from her raging.
Mm-hmm.
Then the men feared the Lord exceedingly and offered a sacrifice unto the Lord and made vows.
That easy. Made a believer out of him. Right? And Jonah got tossed into the water. What that mean?
The word baptized.
Baptized. Right? That boy got baptized. What does baptism represent?
Yeah.
Death. Right? When they threw Jonah on it, what did they think was going to happen to him?
He's going to die.
Thought he was going to die. What verse we on?
16.
Keep going.
Now the Lord had
16,
prepared.
that's probably the end, ain't it?
Yeah. Now the Lord had prepared a great fish to swallow up Jonah, and Jonah was in the belly of the fish 3 days and 3 nights.
What that sound like?
Messiah.
Right? And then the Messiah, he said, as Jonah was in the belly of the fish, so the Son of Man must be where?
In the heart of the earth.
In the heart of the earth. 3 days, 3 darn nights. There's a reason why it had to happen that way. Alright? Y'all go to y'all churches, y'all, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody ever read chapter 2 to y'all. Watch this.
Then Jonah prayed unto the Lord his God out of the fish's belly and said, I cried by reason of my affliction unto the Lord, and he heard me. Out of the belly of hell cried I.
Out of the belly of what?
Of hell cried I, and you heard my voice.
Oh, y'all thought Jonah was alive? Out of the belly of what?
The hell.
Keep
I
going.
cried, and you heard my voice. For you had cast me into the deep, in the midst of the seas, and the floods compassed me about. And your billows and your waves passed over me. Then I said, I am cast out of your sight, yet will I look again toward your holy temple. The waters compassed me about, and even to the soul. The depth closed me round about, and the weeds were wrapped about my head.
Look at this.
I went down to the bottoms of the mountains. The earth with her bars was about me forever. Yet have you brought up my life from corruption, O Lord my God.
What that sound like?
Y'all sure?
I mean, he went all the way down and then got brought up. What that sound like?
Y'all sure? You, what do you say in the song? Let my soul see corruption.
Resurrection, ain't it? Let's keep going.
When my soul fainted within me, I remembered the Lord, and my prayer came in unto thee, into thine holy temple. They that observe lying vanities forsake their own mercy. I'll repeat that for the church. They that observe lying vanities forsake their own mercy. But I will sacrifice unto thee with the voice of thanksgiving. I will pay that I have vowed. Salvation is of the Lord. And the Lord spake unto the fish, and it vomited out Jonah upon the dry land.
Resurrected him. The man was dead at the bottom of the ocean. He said, I was wrapped in the seaweed. The man was dead in the bottom of the ocean. And the fish came and got him. And brought him back up. And brought him out on the land. Alright? Let me see, where we at? That's the end of 2?
Yeah.
Alright, let's keep going. This is Jonah 3. Because I don't know where the fish going to spit him out. Because at the very beginning, where was he supposed to go?
Nineveh.
He's supposed to go to Nineveh, right? That's where he's supposed to go at the very beginning.
Right.
He said, I'm getting out of Dodge. I'm going the opposite direction. I'm going to the coast of Israel, right? Then I'm hopping on a boat, and I'm going to try to, I don't know, take me somewhere. I don't know, Tarshish. That where y'all going, Tarshish?
Tarshish.
All right, let's go to Tarshish. Right? Where you going? You going to Tarshish? All right, let's just go. Just drop me off at Tarshish. We'll be good.
Japheth's land.
Right? He said, I'm trying to get out of Dodge. Get over here with the white Gentile.
Yeah,
You know what I'm talking about? He said, I'm trying to get out of Dodge. I don't want to be nowhere near. Right? Everybody over there was black. He's going to Nineveh, that's black. That boy said, oh no, I'm going to Tarshish. No, I'm trying to get over there with these white boys. Don't nobody even know nothing about these boys over there.
Right.
Get out of Dodge over here. Okay, let's hear about it.
And the word of the Lord came unto Jonah the second time, saying, Arise, go unto Nineveh, that great city, and preach unto it the preaching that I bid thee. So Jonah arose and went to Nineveh according to the word of the Lord. Now Nineveh was an exceedingly great city of 3 days' journey.
You know what that means? Exceedingly great city of 3 days journey.
Take 3 days to get there.
He said, you start pacing right now, you get to the other end of Nineveh in 3 days. Right, start walking right now. Okay, in 3 days you'll be on the other end. He said, it's a big one. How far into it was it?
And Jonah began to enter into the city a day's journey, and he cried and said,
So he got in there a day's journey. He's a third away, right? And then after he got into a day's journey, he said what?
Yet 40 days, and Nineveh shall be overthrown.
Look how he said, look, if y'all just do this, the Most High God will let y'all loose. Let's hear it.
In 40 days, and Nineveh shall be overthrown. So the people of Nineveh believed God and proclaimed a fast and put on sackcloth from the greatest of them even to the least of them. For the word came unto the king of Nineveh, and he arose from his throne, and he he laid his robe from him and covered him with sackcloth and satin ashes.
It's Hebrews chapter 12.
Just
What we got there?
And then you'll be saved. Just and then you'll be saved.
It's Hebrews chapter 12. We're going to come back to Jonah. But watch this. Hebrews chapter 12. Go ahead and start at verse 1. It's Hebrews chapter 12, verse 1.
Wherefore, seeing we also are compassed about with so great a cloud of witnesses, let us lay aside every weight and the sin which does so easily beset us, and let us run with patience the race that is set before us. Looking unto Yahushua, the author and finisher of our faith, who for the joy that was set before him endured the cross, despising the shame, and is set down at the right hand of the throne of God. For consider him that endured such contradiction of sinners against himself, lest ye be wearied and faint in your minds. Ye have not yet resisted unto blood, striving against sin.
Not at all.
And ye have forgotten the exhortation which speaks unto you as unto children. My son, despise not the chastening of the Lord, nor faint when you are rebuked of him.
Right?
For whom the Lord loves, he chastens and scourges every son whom he receives.
You thought the Most High God was going to let Jonah get away? Nah, he loved Jonah. Right? He loved Jonah. Yeah, Jonah went against the commandment of the Most High God. See, that what these people don't get. When they look, they look at it, they see the book. You know what I'm saying? Most High God, you know he do it on purpose. He try to confuse these people because they don't pay attention. He set it up in the book. He said, well, God loved us first. Right? Books say that. God loved us first before we loved him. So that's true. So people get from that, it wasn't a requirement for you to be righteous before God loved you. That's also true. Right? Then they take that a little further and they say, it doesn't matter what you do. Which seems like a logical thought, right? God loved you before you were righteous. Therefore, it's not a requirement for you to be righteous for God to love you. Therefore, it doesn't matter what you do. It seems logical. It seems like that thing flows. But if you know the whole book, something is missing there. Because the man says, I chose you from what? The womb, but the foundation of the earth. So before he even set this thing in motion, guess what he know? Exactly who he gonna choose. So when he gave his life for the world, guess who he had in mind? Exactly who he is gonna choose. Right? So that changes things. People like Jonah, although Jonah did go against the commandment of the Most High God. Right? People like Jonah, the Most High God said, I know where you're gonna end up. So you think I'm about to let your butt just walk away? Well, no, I'm going to kick your butt the whole way and bring you right back to where I told you to go. Whereas another person who he may not have chosen, his butt can just run wild. He would have let him, like them other people that were just going, yeah, y'all take y'all butt to Tarshish, wherever y'all want to go. I ain't got nothing to do with y'all. Right? So that's why he's saying the book is telling you, and it's giving you an admonition like children. An exhortation like children. Right? The man is going to whoop your butt if he loves you. So when we go through these trials and tribulations, that has to be, we have to change the way we think. That has to be encouraging for us. Right? That thing should be, you know what I'm saying? Hey, pick that up. All right? That thing should be in the position for us where we looking like, oh, praise the Most High God. I appreciate him for it. Right? All right, keep going. Let's see what we got.
If you endure chastening, God deals with you as with sons. For what son is he whom the Father chastens not? But if ye be without chastisement, whereof all are partakers in, are ye bastards and not sons. Furthermore, we have had fathers of our flesh which corrected us, and we gave them reverence. Shall we not much rather be in subjection unto the Father of spirits and live?
Mm-hmm.
For they verily for a few days chastened us after their own pleasure.
Mm-hmm.
But he for our profit, that we might be partakers of his holiness. Now no chastening for the present seems to be joyous, but grievous. Nevertheless, afterward it yields the peaceable fruit of righteousness unto them which are exercised thereby.
Mm-hmm.
Wherefore lift up the hands which hang down and the feeble knees, and make straight the paths for your feet, lest that which is lame be turned out of the way, but let it rather be healed. Follow peace with all men and holiness, without which no man shall see the Lord.
Grab Jonah chapter 4. Right? So we look at it. Jonah give it to them. All the people repent. They go in sackcloth and ashes. Right? If we kept on reading, it'll tell you the king made even the animals fast.
And Yahushua said the men of Nineveh will rise up and judge this nation.
That's right. Because they did what they're supposed to do.
So a lot of them boys might be in the kingdom.
Gentiles too. Right? Gentiles. We ain't got to get it, but Ezekiel 18 will give you the game plan. He said, man, if a righteous man turn from his righteousness, guess what he forget? His righteousness. Right? But if an unrighteous man turn from his unrighteousness and end up doing righteousness, guess what he forget? Most High God forgot all about your unrighteousness. Or we thought that only applied to Hebrews? No. Book just prove it out here. You think they knew the law? Only thing they knew was Most High God about to get his butt, and we heard that the man like fast in his sackcloth and ashes.
And we heard what they did to Egypt.
That's it. Like that's done. That's a done deal. Somebody come in here later and teach us the law. Guess what I got? I got to go with what I know. I know this about the man. I know the man respect when people he fast and sackcloth and ashes. Don't even let the animals eat no food. King was serious about it. Watch Jonah. It's Jonah chapter 4. Watch what the book said.
But it displeased Jonah exceedingly, and he was very angry.
Right? Jonah was upset after this happened. People repented. Jonah, it displeased him, and he was very angry. Why?
Because Gentiles, you gonna say them? Jonah know what's gonna happen to Israel.
Book will tell you. Watch this.
And he prayed unto the Lord and said, I pray thee, O Lord, was not this me saying when I was yet in my country? Therefore I fled before unto Tarshish, for I knew that you are a gracious God and merciful.
I knew you were going to let these darn Gentiles off. These wicked darn Gentiles. He said, man, I knew your butt was going to let them off. He like, ain't this the reason why I ran away in the first place? That's why Jonah walked up. He didn't get them boy no out. He just like, man, Most High God going to kill y'all, but y'all got 40 darn days. Jonah wasn't intending for them people to turn. He wasn't trying to preach to them. He just trying to tell them this the pride that was about to happen. Ain't my job trying to save y'all butt. Ain't got nothing on y'all butts is done. Them boys turn around sackcloth and ashes. Jonah's like, yeah, I knew this was going to happen. I knew you was a merciful guy. You were going to let these wicked Gentiles off. You gotta remember, these people were going to war with us. These people killing our people. This ain't no light thing. Like Jonah not just being mean or racist and nothing. These people are at war with us, killing our people, taking food out of our mouths, killing our babies. He don't want to go over there and get these people a way out. He want God to punish them. They had 40 years. He looking like, man, I might just live to see it. Most High God just turn around and be like, nah, you good.
40 days.
40 days. Right, you look at it like, man, I'm trying to see something happen here.
Therefore I fled before unto Tarshish, for I knew that you are a gracious God and merciful, slow to anger, and of great kindness, and repent thee of the evil. Therefore now, O Lord, take I beseech thee my life from me, for it is better for me to die than to live.
Man said, listen, I don't want to be one held responsible for saving Nineveh when they've been killing all our people. He's like, I don't want that to be my legacy, Lord. Go ahead, take me now. Right? Watch what the Most High God show him.
Then said the Lord.
He crying now. You know what I'm saying? He crying out like, man, just take me. They're being all dramatic. Just take me now, Lord. Right? Watch how the Most High God deal with him. You got to understand, whenever this happens, we're going to see this over and over and over throughout the book. We already saw it a couple times. Over and over, you're going to see people complaining to the Most High God. And I just want y'all to stop. Anytime you see the Most High God come back and coddle somebody, you're like, oh no, but I love you so much. I've given you strength. Most High God to say all those things. He'll tell you he love you. He'll tell you I gave you strength. Guess when he tells you that? When he feel like telling you. He never said, I can't remember once where it happened in response to somebody like complaining like, oh no, but God, why is things like that? Can you help? I've never seen him respond. Maybe it's in there and I just can't remember. But I've never seen one, the Most High God come back, but I've given you so much strength. And I know you can do this. And encourage somebody like that. Look how he dealt with Jonah. Jonah running his darn mouth. I knew you were going to do this, Lord. Just take me now, Lord. Just take my life from me, Lord. Being all dramatic. Watch this.
Then said the Lord, dost thou well to be angry?
Oh, you think you got a reason to be upset? Let's hear about it.
So Jonah went out of the city and sat on the east side of the city, and there made him a booth, and sat under it in the shadow, till he might see what would become of the city.
All right, so he's looking at it in the shadow, and he's just looking like, well, maybe somebody mess up and they'll still get it. So he's looking to see what he might see, what comes of the city, what might come of the city.
And the Lord God prepared a gourd and made it come up over Jonah, that it might be a shadow over his head, to deliver him from his grief.
Right? So he's sitting there, and he's looking at it, and he's looking at the city, but then the gourd came up. You know, a gourd is like a big old watermelon. You know what I'm saying? That thing was big, and it made a shadow for him. Right? And so that thing is like a gourd came up, made a shadow for him, and he's like, oh, I like that. You know what I'm saying? Because he's looking onto the city, it's hot. Now he got a little shade. Right? Let's see.
So Jonah was exceedingly glad of the gourd.
That thing made him happy. The gourd just came up out of nowhere, gave him a little shade. Like, praise the Most High God. Watch this though.
But God prepared a worm when the morning rose the next day, and it smote the ground that it withered. And it came to pass when the sun did arise, that God prepared a vehement east wind, and the sun beat upon the head of Jonah, that he fainted, and wished himself to die, and said, it is better for me to die than to live.
It was a hot wind. Now when it come to east wind and the sun was out, it was hot. You know how it'd be hot outside and the wind blow? It just burn and scorching hot, and then that hot wind hit you. He was like, that's what it was for Jonah. See, it's like he went from having a nice little cool shade, all of a sudden now it's scorching hot outside and the wind blowing, that hot wind. Right? That boy's like, oh, no. Now I really want to die. Right? Let's see what happens.
And God said to Jonah, dost thou well to be angry for the gourd?
Right? So he's looking like that gourd that I just put up there and then now it's gone. Is it good for you to be upset about that too?
And he said, I do well to be angry, even unto death. Then said the Lord, thou hast had pity on the gourd, for the which thou hast not labored, neither made it grow, which came up in the night and perished in the night. And should not I spare Nineveh, that great city, wherein are more than 60,000 persons that cannot discern between their right hand and their left hand, and also much cattle?
He said, you mad at this gourd. You didn't make the gourd grow. You didn't make the gourd go away. You mad about it because you thought you had some shade from it. He's like, how much more these people? Right? Shut your butt up. Thank you for doing what I asked you to do. Most of our God don't deal. Did that make sense? When was the last time you seen God just say some riddle to you? Like, oh, this, that, another. You know when he say riddles to you? When he don't want your butt to understand.
Right.
When you're a darn Christian. You know what I'm talking about? He really your butt to darn death. When he wants you to get it, he said, no, it makes perfect sense. Look, let me show you. This gourd, I made it grow. Oh, that's nice, huh? I take the gourd away. Oh, you feel bad for the gourd going away. Should you? I made it grow. That was my gourd. Oh, these my people. Right?
You get Isaiah 19 when he said it.
You can grab it, go ahead. It's Isaiah chapter 19. What verse?
Let's talk. But yeah, he was saying the people don't know their right hand from their left, right? Gotta give them an ultimatum.
It's Isaiah chapter 19.
Let's see which one. We can get chapter, well, we can get verse. Uh, 21.
It's Isaiah chapter 19, verse 21. What was the book say?
And the Lord shall be known to Egypt, and the Egyptians shall know the Lord in that day, and shall do sacrifice and oblation. Yea, they shall vow a vow unto the Lord and perform it. And the Lord shall smite Egypt. And the Lord shall smite Egypt. He shall smite and heal it. He shall smite and heal it. And they shall return even to the Lord, and he shall be entreated of them, and shall heal them. In that day shall there be a highway out of Egypt to Assyria, and the Assyrian shall come into Egypt, and the Egyptian into Assyria, and the Egyptian shall serve with the Assyrians. And in that day shall Israel be the third with Egypt and with Assyria, even a blessing in the midst of the land, whom the Lord of hosts shall bless, saying, Blessed be Egypt my people, and Assyria the work of my hands, and Israel my inheritance.
That's what we want?
Yeah. He called Assyrians his people. So in the end, right, God's going to take Egypt and Assyria and bring them back like he's going to bring us back. And he's saying they all going to worship him together. And that day when that time comes, right, Jonah probably not knowing, looking at Assyria like they Gentiles. Yeah, so God was like, hey, these people, they don't know their right hand from their left, right? Just like he was saying, God know where everybody going to end up in the end. So, and it lets us know in Isaiah, like in the end time, Assyria going to be with us in Egypt when that day comes. Because we're not the only people that got taken out of our land. So he's going to bring a lot of people, original people, back to their land, back down there, close to where we are.
Whole book got to line up. You know what I'm saying? You got to be able to open up multiple pages, be able to put that thing together. If it don't line up, you can't believe it. You know what I'm saying? Any questions? All right, well, let's pray out.